What happened when the sexy secretary my boss hired for himself actually chose me instead? I work in a corporate office where morale goes to die. Beige walls, beige people, beige dreams. My boss, Greg, is a man who calls himself an alpha, but eats yogurt like it owes him money. One Monday he announces we're getting a new secretary. He says it like it's a gift to humanity. Then she walks in. She's stunning. Like HR-complaint-in heels. Stunning. Greg suddenly starts using words like synergy and open door policy. He buys a standing desk the same day. For himself, he assigns her to his office, obviously. We all understand the assignment, except she doesn't look at him. She talks to me instead. About work at first, then jokes, then coffee. Greg notices he starts hovering like a territorial Roomba. He schedules meetings just so she has to type notes while he explains obvious things very loudly. It's painful. For everyone, a week later she asks me to lunch. Greg accidentally joins. She ignores him completely and asks me about my hobbies. Greg interrupts to mention he owns a boat. She asks me if I like dogs. He says he might be allergic. She says and keeps eating. Here's the thing, I'm not flirting. I'm just existing. Apparently that's enough. Then one evening, she messages me. Work-related at first, then not. She says Greg makes her uncomfortable. She says he hired her expecting something. She says she feels safer talking to me. Red flag. Absolutely. Did I ignore it? Of course. I work here. It escalates fast. Not physically, emotionally. Trauma bond speedrun. She vents. I listen. She laughs. I feel important. Greg starts glaring at me like I stole his lunch and his childhood. One Friday, she kisses me in the parking lot. Right as Greg exits the building. The silence was loud. Monday morning I'm called into HR. Greg is there. HR lady looks tired. Like she's done this before. Greg accuses me of manipulation. HR asks if there was an imbalance of power. I point out I have no power. I expense my own pens. She walks in late.com, professional. She confirms everything. Says Greg made advances. Says I didn't. Says she chose who she felt safe with. Greg turns red. HR turns gray. The universe turns blackly. Hilarious. Outcome. Greg is encouraged to resign. With a severance package big enough to choke irony itself, she keeps her job. I get promoted into Greg's role, temporarily. Because apparently I'm trustworthy. She breaks up with me 2 weeks later. Says office relationships are messy. She's not wrong. Now I sit in Greg's former office. Same desk, same view, same beige, hell. Sometimes I catch Greg's reflection in the glass. Unemployed, miserable, still allergic to accountability. People ask how I got promoted so fast. I usually say, hard work. But the truth, my boss hired eye candy for himself. And got HRD out of his own fantasy. Capitalism is wild.